Yo, what's up? Your boy is back on the tubes. It's been around like 2 weeks since I picked up the camera. Ever since that first video I've recorded back on this channel. But a little life update. It's been around like 2 weeks living on my own, and this is definitely a learning experience on its own, right? Obviously that first video I was extremely anxious. I was extremely nervous. I didn't know like what to feel or what to be expecting, because this is my first time living on my own completely by myself. I've lived with roommates in like college and stuff, but this is my first time like completely independent on my own. But I feel like one of the biggest things that I've been able to notice and realize is that when living on your own, you are faced to spend a lot of your time alone and in your own thoughts, and I feel it's a good thing because it allows me to really reflect on who I am as a person, what I do on a day-to-day basis, and where I want to go, instead of constantly being around like family members or being around people. I'm literally put in a situation where I gotta face my feelings. I gotta face like what's going on, and the reality of it is, hi, you're in control of literally everything and anything, right? You make a mess in your house, guess what? You're in charge of that. It's your decision to go clean it up or to leave it there. And it definitely has been serving me really, really well, because I've been able to see a ton of mirrors and a bunch of different things that reflect within me, my decisions on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, you definitely learn a lot about yourself when living on your own. It's only been like 2 weeks, but what you're watching on the screen right now are some clips from my leg workout earlier from today. I did have a higher rep day for my legs today. Nothing crazy, just because I do have a half marathon coming up here in literally 2.5 weeks. Crazy to think that Daniel's doing a half marathon, but I want to spend some time today and catch y'all up on what's going on with my fitness journey. For those of you who know me or have been following me for some time, you know that fitness has been a huge part of my life. I've been doing this thing ever since I was like 11, 12 years old. So over a decade now. I'm turning 23 in like 2 days from now. So it's been a hell of a journey. But again, for those of you who have been following me for some time, you know that powerlifting used to be my life. I used to compete in powerlifting. I used to even compete in like national meets. And it almost felt as if it was my career. I literally treated powerlifting as my career, literally throughout my teen years. But I no longer do it. I no longer compete in powerlifting. I don't even squat, bench, or deadlift anymore. In fact, I haven't really done it in over a year now. So what am I even doing? What am I doing? So as of 2021, I decided to take a step back from powerlifting, and I slowly transitioned that to bodybuilding. Let me explain myself. So ever since the pandemic, obviously I didn't have a barbell for months, and with me being able to learn more about myself and take my personal development journey to the next level, I realized that powerlifting wasn't really serving me anymore. It definitely served me a ton throughout my teen years, because it gave me self-confidence, it helped me with my self-esteem, which is why I started this whole fitness thing in the first place. But I realized that I was doing it more for validation than for my own self. At first, it definitely served me really well, because it showed me what I was truly capable of. But as I got deeper, I realized that I was doing it more for trying to prove to others and trying to compete against others, which isn't healthy at all, especially because we have to realize that this whole powerlifting game isn't necessarily about winning anything, because even if you win at competitions, you're only winning like to brag about how well you placed, right? Let's be real. But I transitioned to bodybuilding because honestly, for bodybuilding, it is literally a test of your discipline. Because for powerlifting, you can literally eat whatever the heck you want and just lift some heavy weights. But for bodybuilding, literally how you look, how you feel, And your results are based off of literally every choice and decision that you make on a day-to-day basis, with how you eat, with how you sleep, your stress levels, your time management, your workouts, everything. And as someone who wants to become the best version of myself, as a fitness coach myself, and someone who wants to be a testament of what is possible, I don't want to be super duper narrow-minded and just be good at squatting, benching, and deadlifting. I want to be functional. I want to be well-rounded. I want to prove to not only myself, but I want to show others what is truly possible, no matter the cards that you were dealt. So right now, the goal is to do a men's physique show sometime in 2023. No set date yet. After my half marathon on October 1st, I'm going to be taking my training, my diet a lot more seriously, and can't freaking wait to bring you all along with me throughout this entire journey. Just got back from the grocery store because I had to pick up some essentials, especially with me taking this men's physique and bodybuilding thing way more seriously. I'm definitely going to have to take my nutrition to the next level, even with me bulking. But let me show y'all some things that I did pick up. This isn't necessarily everything, but this is like the essentials that I typically eat like on a day-to-day. So right here I have some steak. I usually don't even have steak. It's because it kind of flares up my acne a little bit, but decided to pick me up some steak because I want to treat myself for my birthday dinner. Under that, we got some chicken tenderloins. I had to stock up on a few of them to make sure that like I always have protein on stock. Onions, mushrooms, peppers, because those are essentials with literally everything that we eat. Beans right here. Honestly, I never used to be like a huge fan of beans, but this helps me get my fiber intake in way easier, and when mixing it with your meals, it doesn't even really taste like anything. Right here, got some potatoes. I do like to switch things up a little bit because rice can definitely get boring, especially if you're eating like 2-3 meals every single day with it. But going to cook this up with some steak tonight, and also have some wraps here. This way I can make some really quick breakfast wraps and to get some extra carbs in when I need to, especially if I'm on the go. But yeah, those are just like the essentials and things that I pretty much use like almost every single day. Definitely pick some inspiration or some ideas from these. Let me know if y'all would like me to like show y'all like an entire grocery haul sometime later in the future. This is just like a simple, basic, spontaneous grocery run that just wanted to show y'all. Like I showed you guys earlier, I did pick up myself some steak for an early birthday dinner. And fun fact, honestly, I used to be a huge steak connoisseur. Like 2 years back, I used to eat steak like almost every single week. And I had to stop and pull back a little bit on that just because of how much it makes my acne flare. But my birthday's been like honestly over 6 months since I had steak. And let me show y'all. I have the stove heating up literally right now. Just put some oil on it. I wish I had butter, but that's all good. Also got myself some potatoes up in there, ready for it to go hand in hand with that steak. And here is the steak itself. Actually, let me just flip the camera so it's easier to see. Here it is, and I'm about to show y'all me throwing it in. You see, what you want is super duper hot wok or like a cast iron. You want something super duper hot. Right, you see it smoking right now. That's perfect. What we're gonna do, get this piece and slap it on just like that. Just like that. And what you want to do is you want to put it on for, I believe that's like pretty thin, so you want to put it on for like 2 minutes. So I'm going to set a timer, get back with y'all, flip it back, and we should be good to go. And there we have it. We about to get this off the wok. Woo! And voila, there we have it. So what you want to do is you actually want to let it sit for around like minimum 5 minutes, because you want it to bleed, you want it to actually soak in all those juices up in there before you even cut it. This way, you get the best, tastiest steak, right? Because if you just cut it right away, honestly, all those juices are just gonna come right out. So I'm gonna let this sit, cook up the other piece, and show y'all the final product. And there we have it, all cut up. Honestly, super duper pumped for this because it's been a hot minute since I had this.